Good morning, Bobcats, and happy Friday. Thank you for joining me on the last day of the second week of school. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Today is Friday, August the 23rd, and it's Special Area Day 4 today. Just a reminder, make sure and go to the restroom before you ever leave your class. This is a safety issue with our younger students. If you can put your name tags on your students at this point, remember we're still in our second cycle of learning names. So some of these children we've only seen one time, and those name tags help us. Make sure, please, that you're wearing appropriate shoes and cool clothing for PE, and don't forget your water bottle. Let's check on our weather forecast for this fabulous Friday. We're going to have sunny skies with a low of 69, a high temperature of 87. I'm going to tell you, it felt good walking into school today. Today in the Buck Lake cafeteria, they're going to be serving chicken nuggets, grilled cheese, mac and cheese, black-eyed peas, steamed broccoli, fresh Florida fruit or fruit juice, and white chocolate or strawberry milk. So here's a question for you. Have you been using your loud, clear voice? Have you been telling our amazing cafeteria workers, I would like this please, or I want this please, or I want this please, with your voice instead of pointing? If you haven't been doing that, today is the day. Tell them what you want with your voice. And remember, you have to have at least one fruit or vegetable on your tray. Don't forget, one fork or one spoon. You just gently pull it down after you get your tray and then head to the milk freezer. If you haven't learned your lunch number yet, this is a great weekend to practice it. Hold on tight, guys. We have a lot of birthdays. We didn't have any birthdays yesterday, except I did miss Miss Williams' birthday, and it was her birthday yesterday, Miss DeQuisha, to many of us. But I have a lot of birthdays today and for this weekend. Happy birthday to all of these Bobcats. Swara and Miss Vick's class. JJ and Mr. Griffith's class. They're both celebrating their birthdays today, but also we have two grown-up Bobcats, and that's Miss Davis in second grade and Miss Quiggins, our assistant principal, who keeps us going. Both of those young ladies are celebrating their birthday today. Tomorrow, Ace and Miss B's class, Christy and Miss Schmidt's class will celebrate their birthday. And we've got Abby on Sunday, Abby and Mr. Jones' class, Rylan and Miss Bowie's class, Max and Miss Wright's class, Max and Miss Ishley's class, and Easton and Miss Richard's class. Let me check something really quickly, guys, because I didn't realize I did have two Maxes. I just wanted to make sure. And so I mentioned a few of our birthdays, but we want to make sure our grown-ups. We had Miss B had a birthday, Miss DeQuisha, Miss Davis, Miss Quiggins, and Miss Kerner will have her birthday this week. If you see any of those birthday Bobcats, make sure and wish them a happy, happy birthday. I want to welcome in Miss Molnax. This is our very last Cat Chat. Teachers and staff, you might want to listen to this one too, because it's about stress. It's about stress. Sometimes grown-ups get stressed out. Sometimes children get stressed out. Sometimes we're all stressed out. But listen, Miss Molnax is going to tell us some ways that we can handle that.
Good morning and happy Friday, Bobcats. Today is our last Cat Chat, and today I'd like to talk a bit about handling stress, because Bobcats take care of their hearts and their minds too. Now, you might have heard someone say before, I'm so stressed out, or this is really stressful. Sometimes we use those words a lot, but what does it mean? Well, stress is a feeling that you have when you're worried or overwhelmed or uncomfortable about something. And there are actually two different kinds of stress. There's good stress and there's bad stress. Good stress is something you might feel if you have a test coming up or a project that's due, or maybe you get called on in class. Good stress can sometimes push us to get things done in a good way. And then there's a stress that doesn't feel as good, and that's bad stress. Well, bad stress is when those uncomfortable, worried feelings happen for a long time. And that can happen when maybe there's something going on at home, or an issue with a friend, or maybe you're not feeling great about school. Sometimes that kind of stress for a long time can cause even our bodies to feel kind of funny. It can create things like headaches and stomach aches. So maybe you've felt one of those two kinds of stress before. Now, once you realize that you're feeling stressed, there are some things you can do to handle those feelings. You can talk to someone about what's causing you to feel that way. You can find ways to relax and to do the things that you love that make you happy, right? Whether that's things like reading or listening to music, maybe drawing or writing, hanging out with friends, things like that. There's also things you can do like taking deep breaths and counting to 10. Sometimes those types of things help you to feel calm and help with those stressful feelings. But the key is finding what works for you. There might be some way or strategy that works for you that might not work for everybody. But if it helps you and it helps those stressful feelings, then that's a good thing. Okay? Now remember, we are here for you Bobcats, and we care about those hearts and minds too. All right, that's all for today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you for all of our cat chats, Miss Molinax. I bet we'll be starting Terrific Kids soon. Don't forget about your kindness mission for this week. We pulled it yesterday. So your mission is before next week when I do our kindness mission, I want you to see if you can include everyone in an activity or game you're playing, whether it's on the playground, whether it's at home, whether it's in your classroom. Invite somebody that maybe doesn't feel comfortable just walking up to your group of friends. Maybe they're new to Buck Lake. Maybe they just don't know people in their new classroom. So that's your kindness mission. I wonder if you can do it. I know what you can do with me, and that's repeating after me. Are you ready? I'm smarter than I think. I'm braver than I seem. I'm stronger than I feel, and I can do hard things. I want you to remember that as you go through your day and at your weekend. That's all for today, Bobcats. That's all for this week. Remember to purr, be prepared, be upstanding, be responsible, and always be respectful. And in case we don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.